I might have screwed up. I turned 51 and I don't think I have enough life insurance. Hey, my name is Jess. This is If Jess Can, You Can. I call this series while I'm out driving around my cruise control series. And today I'm going to talk with you about life insurance. I'm working on a video right now about some details and some specific steps that you want to follow with getting life insurance. So now the big question is, if you are over 40 or over 50, do you have enough life insurance? Do you have the right type of life insurance? All right, we're going to jump into that. So I woke up the other day and I turned 51 years old. Because I did a video recently where I was talking about budget, about paying off debt. And it got me thinking about life insurance. So if you know anything about life insurance is not necessarily some investment type of thing. There's people that will try to talk with you about it being an investment, but really life insurance is something that you use to manage risk. Life insurance is the protection of my investments. It's a protection of my savings. So quick story. My wife and I have been married for 23 years, and we had gone out and got $150,000 policies. At the time, when we were in our late 20s, we had a house that we had bought for about $150,000 out here in Phoenix. And by the way, it's 108 degrees today, so that's why I'm out here driving, got the air conditioning going. But we went and bought these $150,000 20-year term policies. And we got to outside of our term here recently, and I didn't do anything about the insurance. And as I started digging into it more, we basically went to like a year-by-year policy with our insurance company. We still have that policy in place. I do have a policy from my work that was a gimme. I did an add-on life insurance policy, again, another, like term type of policy, and added even more coverage. But there's this reality that if I lose my job, then that policy, all of that goes away. And now we're stuck with what's the policy that we have outside of it. So here's my first question. Is it too late to get life insurance? And here's the thing is, at 51 years old, or if you're over 50, if you're over 40, obvious factors is they're going to be looking, how much time do you have left? How much time do they think that you have for living? And then they're also going to consider other medical factors. And I'm here to tell you right now, when you do when you first either look at something online and they kick back some pricing to you, or you talk to some type of salesperson over the phone, you get the sales pitch is what happens. And with that sales pitch, the numbers are, looking like it may work out, all those kind of things, but they're not the real ones that actually give you what the pricing's going to be. That pricing's really going to happen in underwriting. So they may have something that they want you to do at that time. So one of the big things that does happen is they may go, hey, we want to know your medical history, and they're going to get access to it. We want to know what medications that you're on, and they're going to get access to it. And you got to be real with yourself, especially if you're over 50, for example, if there's something going on, or if you have any kind of medical procedure that's coming up, that may cause them to hit pause until the results of that medical procedure is happening. But the real numbers and how much you're going to pay each month is going to happen in underwriting. That's going to be the place essentially where that's going to get determined, figured out how much your premium is going to be. So why do you need life insurance? The simple answer is this, is you need to make sure that your family, if you're gone, can sustain with you not there. Suggested is typically 10 or more times your annual income to get life insurance. But I also look at other factors. If I was going to say, if you have a mortgage, that it would be nice if they could pay that off. If there's other debts, like a home equity line of credit, it'd be nice if they could pay that off. If there's kids in the picture, maybe it's nice if there's some money that's left over that maybe schooling, college could be paid for, or most of it paid for. Options, I mentioned whole life insurance, term life insurance. Whole life insurance many times has like a cash value. In the next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to jump a little bit deeper into the different types of insurance. So I will do a deep dive, but term insurance is exactly what it sounds like. It's a specified dollar amount for a specified term. It could be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25, 30 years, that type of thing. It could be $250,000, $150,000, $1 million, that type of coverage. All of that sounds good, but it's got to be something that works within your budget. And many times when you're talking with a salesperson on the phone, again, they might talk about a strategy of using both. That's all going to vary based on who that person is. But if you hear the term permanent insurance, they're talking about whole life insurance. There are many philosophies, including my own, that believe that term insurance is really the insurance that you need. You take the rest of the money that you would have possibly spent on some other type of policy, let's say outside of your term insurance, and that's the money that you would put into investments. So whether that's, an IRA, your 401k, those types of items. Again, I mentioned that if you are applying for life insurance, there's going to be the price that they post online, all those kind of things, but they are going to get into your medical. They're going to get into all kinds of questions that you normally would never answer to somebody. But they could order a medical exam. They could order blood work, lab work. It's their money. Now, I know you're going to make payments and premiums. They're going to dig into family. They're going to dig into your own thing, even stuff like, how often do you have an alcoholic beverage? Did you smoke in the last 10 years? How often do you go skydiving? Or do you have a type of job where it's something dangerous? You're an underwater welder or something like that. I want to talk to you about shopping smart. So shopping smart, what I mean by that is to use an independent insurance agent. That is what is recommended. If you use a rep or agent that represents that one company, you're only going to get their offer, their pricing, their specific product line, and then that's it. And I can tell you from experience that that's exactly the case. But you need to be real with yourself about where you are at age-wise, where you are at health-wise, and take that into consideration. But working with somebody who's independent who can shop it to different companies might be your best bet. Again, my name is Jess. Thank you for joining me on my channel here at Just Can You Can. I am in that process right now of talking to an insurance company and trying to figure out my next step. What my biggest goal that I have with this is, it's fine that I have work insurance, but I can't rely on work insurance completely. What if I lose my job? So what I need to do is have a policy that is outside of that, independent of that. And again, now being 51 years old, they're going to look at that. So my question to you is, are you going through a similar experience where you're needing to get some type of life insurance, or maybe you've never got life insurance before? And I'd be interested in why you haven't done life insurance. Anyways, let me know in the comments, put that in there. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. And if you're brand new, hope you'll subscribe and hang out with me. I do have another video coming up here for life insurance to do a deeper dive into that. And hope you'll check out one of my videos that I really would recommend would be check out my push-up video. Did a 30-day push-up challenge. It was really fun. So thank you so much. Have a good one.